Understanding positive, negative and mixed fractions while also being able to place them on a number line, adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing fractions, representing fractions in different ways by showing how two different fractions are equal, being able to turn a fraction into a decimal or percentage with and without the help of technology. To help students to complete this lesson, it would be useful for them to have prior knowledge of a basic idea of how to place fractions with the same denominator on a number line, being able to add and subtract fractions with the same denominators, and being able to change simple fractions to decimals or percentages. Students may struggle to place numbers with different denominators on a number line, as it may be confusing when trying to figure out where to place their fraction around where other students have placed theirs. Students may have difficulties with the addition, as they may forget to make the denominators the same and possibly will not be able to make the multiplication or division to make the denominators the same. Students can also make errors when it comes to comparing their fractions with their class, as it's possible they will get confused thinking that a bigger numerator means they have a higher result. This may also occur with a denominator. Compare fractions using equivalence. Locate and represent positive and negative fractions and mixed numbers on a number line. Solve problems involving addition and subtraction of fractions, including those with unrelated denominators. Connect fractions, decimals and percentages and carry out simple conversions. The first part of this learning activity is done at a basketball ring. At the start of the lesson, the teacher will allocate each student a certain amount of shots for goals they can take. In this demonstration, the students have been given 2, 4 and 8. After they have had their turn, they will record their results as a fraction. After the students have completed this, they will then work as a class to put their results on a number line between 0 and 1. Each student will get the opportunity to write their fraction on the board. The students will then work in small groups of 3 or 4 to compare their fractions. In their small groups, they will work together to make all the denominators the same through multiplying or dividing the whole fraction. In this demonstration, they have used multiplication. Once they have made all the denominators the same, they have to figure out who had the highest average of shots for goals in and who had the lowest. The students will then turn their fraction into a decimal and percentage. To do this, they first divide the numerator by the denominator. This gives them the decimal value of their fraction. They then multiply the decimal value by 100 to get their percentage. The students will then add their group's fractions together. To do this, they must make all the denominators the same as they did when they compared the fractions earlier. They plus the numerators together and leave the denominators the same. The students are then, if possible, to turn the new fraction into a mixed fraction by dividing the numerator by the denominator and leaving the remainders as a fraction. This learning activity engages students while working outside of the classroom and allows for learning. It helps the students to relate the mathematics they are working on to real-life situations and allows for all learning types to get the opportunity to achieve the best results.